We do begin this evening with the bailout plan still being debated by lawmakers in Washington.
Key leaders say they've come to an agreement on what the bailout bill should include, but the White House isn't so optimistic. The Bush administration has agreed to a limit on pay for executives of companies involved in the bailout, but wants to take a look at the details worked out today by lawmakers. President Bush spent his afternoon in a meeting with congressional leaders and presidential candidates Barack Obama and John McCain. But while Congress works feverishly on a bailout plan, there are plenty of folks asking them to reconsider. Here's a live look tonight outside the Federal Reserve Bank here in Minneapolis, where a group of people opposed to the bailout have gathered to voice their opinion. They say giving Wall Street a blank check is not the answer. And it's not just organized protests. The bailout proposal remains extremely unpopular with many Minnesota voters. Esme Murphy has been combing coffee shops and congressional offices for reaction.
In a Minneapolis coffee shop, single mom Ann Pearson thinks the bailout is helping the wrong people.
It's the people like me that are having a hard time keeping up with the economy and paying their bills, and we're losing our houses and losing our cars, and we need the government to help us and not the bigger people.
On the internet, on blogs, including mine on wcco.com, the majority of people are saying no to the bailout.
Good morning, Jim Ramstad's office. How may I help you?
Congressional offices are getting bombarded. Congressman Jim Ramstad says he has gotten 1,002 phone calls and emails against the bailout and only 10 in favor.
People are angry. People are angry at the administration's bailout plan. They're angry at rewarding incompetence and bad judgment.
In the past 24 hours, WCCO has contacted every member of the Minnesota Congressional delegation. They are all getting these phone calls, from the most liberal Democrat to the most conservative Republican. They're getting calls overwhelmingly in opposition to the bailout, putting legislators in a tough spot. A vote for the bailout is essentially a vote against their constituents. But some lawmakers are becoming increasingly convinced that if they don't act, the consequences for ordinary Americans would be devastating. Representative Betty McCollum says she will support a bailout with provisions that help ordinary citizens.
I'm not interested in bailing out Wall Street. I'm interested in making sure that the families I represent don't see their home values decline. They don't watch their 401ks disappear. They don't see their children's opportunity to go to college just go up in the air.
The administration wants the bill passed in a number of days, preferably before Sunday night when the Asian markets open. It's not clear if the details can be worked out that quickly. If you'd like to weigh in on the bailout, just head to Esme's blog. You'll find it at wcco.com/links. Here's some breakdown of how our economic troubles are trickling down to us. When it comes to credit cards, they don't get you as far these days. Big creditors are now starting to reduce people's spending limits. American Express said it has cut limits on more than twice as many card holders this year compared to last. And if your credit is not perfect, you'll probably notice the amount of unsolicited credit card offers in your mailbox are way down.